I have the pleasure today of sitting down with Dr. Furr, our outgoing principal, who's been kind enough to take some time out of her day and talk to us about what it means to be a principal. So Dr. Furr, what would you say has been your greatest achievement as principal at South Main?
Well, Garrett, it's the way I look at it, none of the things we've done at South Mac are my achievement. They're the achievement of our students and our staff. South Mac is, I'm going to go so far as to say renowned, certainly well known, but renowned is a word that I like. Within the district and beyond, for being a really special school, being a school where students do beyond just what they have to do. They're good people, they treat one another well, they do good in the community, they're getting ready to be the citizens that I want to have as my neighbors in the coming years. I think that's probably the most important thing of all, is seeing how wonderfully our students leave us and move forward for the next challenges that they're going to face.
How has a career in education changed the way you look at things in the world?
Well, I'm not sure you can ever remove the lens of an educator, and I come by it naturally. My mom was a principal before me. I grew up with a principal. So it's kind of been part of my life throughout my life. I think I see possibility. Instead of doors closing, I see doors opening, because I really believe that as educators and as learners, and learners are not just students in school, but all learners, can make the world a better place. And no matter what's going on in the world, and I've been around long enough to see some things cycle back a couple of times, similar events over history, I'm very optimistic that we can learn how to do what needs to be done to make the world a better place. And if we're willing, there's not much that will stop us.
So has there been any one thing that has changed significantly in your years of being an educator, the students or the system as a whole? Have any of those things been significantly changed?
Absolutely. I started as an educator, actually I had education jobs throughout college, so I've been doing this for quite a while now. I think the role of schools and the role of educators has expanded dramatically. When I got started, teachers were about teaching content. If I was a math teacher, I taught math. If I was a science teacher, I would tell you what I needed you to know about science and you would learn it. Now, educators are far more, I think, broadly charged with helping every aspect of a student's life and helping society on a much, much wider range. I think one of the things that I love about our staff here is folks have been willing to accept the challenge of looking at the whole student and not just the grades in the grade book, and recognizing that that's an important part of our job. I'm not sure that was always the case. There were always caring teachers, but I don't think it was a requirement. Now I don't think you can be an effective teacher if you don't care.
I'm glad they care about me, not my grades, for sure. So what are you most looking forward to doing in your next several years in your retirement?
Well, I've got a couple of things that are concrete plans. We've got a really cool trip planned at the end of August. I'm going to miss the opening of school on purpose, because after 45 years of opening school, I'm not sure I would know what to do if I wasn't a part of it. So we're going to be flying out to Anchorage, Alaska, and we're going to be touring in Denali National Park, and then we're going to get on a cruise ship and come down the Inner Passage in Alaska. So we get to do all kinds of stuff I've never done before. We get to take a helicopter and walk on a glacier. We get to take pictures of who knows what animals are going to show up. I'm a big photographer, so I'm looking forward to that. That's an immediate, I can't wait till we do that. Beyond that, I'm not done in education. I'm not quite sure what the next opportunities are going to bring, but I love working with teachers. I love working with administrators. There are a lot of administrators around CMS and outside of CMS that I've worked with over the years to help kind of convey not only what I know, but to help them think about what they know so that they can be better in their own right. I hope I get to continue to do that. And who knows, maybe I'll run for office or something, you never know.
So what advice would you give to the next South Mac principal?
Well, I hope you have the opportunity to do that, because what I'm going to say is, first of all, say thank you, because you're walking into a wonderful place with wonderful people. My advice would be, don't get in a hurry to change things. We've got a lot of wonderful things going on. We've got faculty who are in so many ways invested in helping to move our school and our kids forward. And we've got wonderful kids. I would hate for somebody to come in and just say, oh, my way or the highway, I'm gonna change everything. That would be a big mistake, because there's a lot that we can build on. I don't think there's a lot that we need to change outright, but I hope whoever it is takes the time to see what they have before they decide to make changes that may undo some of the good work that's been done.
Any final thoughts as principal?
This is not easy. This is not easy. It's an interesting time, certainly something I've never done before. I've only had, in 30 years as a principal, this is only my 4th school. And I've never left a school without mixed feelings. On the one hand, yeah, I'm excited about what might happen next, and new opportunities for me, and frankly, new opportunities for South, because I think there are things that can be done here that are not in my skill set, that someone else may be able to come and take us to an even higher level. And of course, I'm always going to be South Mac. There's no way that that plate is not coming off my car. I'm going to be a Sabre forever. So when I say us, I really mean us. I think that there are improvements to be made, but it's also going to be really sad to see everybody no longer in my life on a daily basis. I spent a lot of this morning walking around with somebody who wanted to see the school, and it reminded me of what I'm going to have to find some substitute in my life for, because you guys are what keep me going, and I'm not looking to stop anytime soon. So I'm going to have to figure out what comes next.
Well, thank you very, very much for taking your time to do this with us today. We're very excited to get to have an overall thing with a closing interview, I guess, with our principal. Thank you very much.
Truly my pleasure. Thanks so much.